recording. So welcome to tonight's call, you guys. It's April the 3rd, which is really exciting for a lot of reasons. We're in spring, yay. And Super Saturday is this weekend. So get to a Super Saturday wherever you are. If you are not able to get to one, create one. Somehow get the materials in your hand. There's a lot of things going on at Super Saturday, lots of announcements. Obviously, the beach bars are being launched on Friday, and I'm so stoked. They are so delicious, and it's going to be big time. So very, 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 very excited about that. Start getting that out there. I've kind of been breadcrumbing. I know it's kind of hard sometimes to launch new things, but get out there and start sharing that we're going to have this new launch on Friday. And then Summit obviously is coming up soon. Got to get there. Seriously, you guys, you have to invest this in your business. You have to get there, and it's going to be mind-blowing. I'm so excited about Indy. I've never been. It's going to be new and exciting. So get your ticket. See what else real quick. Before we turn the call over to our special guest tonight. So excited to have Christina on. Really quick, let me find all of her. Okay, so I asked for her kudos. And I'm like, really? Never mind, we're not going to have you on the call. You're not worthy of of our team, right? So I'm really excited to hear what she has to say. She asked a topic, and I said, just share what's on your heart, whatever is setting your soul on fire right now. Real quick, you guys. Sorry, bear with me. I go through my messages to find. Here we go. All right, you ready? Seatbelts on, fastened. Christina Delgado, our guest speaker, is a superstar diamond, which we all know is incredible. Very few in the network are superstars. She's a former CAB member, which is a very huge honor. 6-time Elite, Million Club, Success Club 10 legend, and wife and to Danny, and mom to Marley and DJ. And she's spending her time tonight with us, and I feel honored and very blessed and humbled that she's here. So, girlfriend, take it away. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on. And also, you're going to be talking to my team tomorrow, so thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I love doing team calls, and I love doing them for other teams. This is like one of the things about being a coach that I absolutely love to do, which is share my energy and passion for this opportunity, for our products, for our business. It is my jam. So thank you so much for having me on. I will share a little bit about my story for those of you that don't know who I am. And kind of how I became a coach and why I'm a coach and what I've been able to do with the business. And then I'm going to do a presentation. When Natalie said, just speak whatever is like lighting you up. There's a few topics right now that are lighting me up, but it's a presentation that I actually did at a Super Saturday. And so when Natalie says, get to Super Saturday, please do. My business started at a Super Saturday. It's when I finally saw the light to this opportunity and said, I can do that too. Like if that person can help a few people a month and earn an income, well, you know, I can too. I can sacrifice a little bit and do that. And that's when I really got the ball rolling. And so, you know, Super Saturdays are a huge deal for us in Miami. We really try to do a great job in promoting them and getting people to attend, because I have seen over and over again, businesses take off, or at least start, because of the feelings that you get when you're at a live event. So Super Saturday, Summit, absolutely, I'm 100% on board with Natalie on that. You guys get there or start hosting like we did. We started hosting, we had 20 people show up to our house that were perfect strangers, and we're like, oh, okay, this is how this works. But it's literally been life-changing. So the presentation that I did at that Super Saturday, it's titled, What It Means to Go All In in your business. I like to throw words around that people don't really quite understand. One of them is this concept of go all in. I talk about it when you're doing your fitness program with 80-day obsession. That was my thing before we started on January 15th, is you got to go all in. You got to go all in, because all of it has a ripple effect, right? If you guys are doing the program now, and you went all in, you're feeling so many positive emotions and things happening in your life because of that, because you made a decision to just push yourself past your limits. And so I take that concept of going all in your fitness, and I talk about what it means to go all in your business. And what's awesome about this is that at the end, I hope my prayer, my hope is that you realize that you can do this too. That this business is not for special people. It's not for the chosen people. It is for everyone that has this mindset. I'm going all in no matter what, and just making it happen every single day. And so I put together this presentation, and I hope that it is helpful to you. I'm going to try to bust through it fast too, by the way, so that you guys can ask me questions, because I also think that that's where a lot of the good content comes out of calls like this, especially when they're nice and intimate, that you just ask what has been, nagging at you, any topics that you need clarification on from the presentation, from anything else. So I hope we can have time for that. But as Natalie said, I have been a coach for quite a while. In August of this year is my 8-year anniversary. When I became a coach, who, by the way, my sister Becky is my sponsor, who is also a superstar diamond, has done tremendous things in her business as well. She came in already having a transformation story. Like, she had done P90X and Insanity and just got tremendous postpartum results with those programs. And I was there. I was a baby attorney about 3 years into the practice with a 2-year-old and a 4-month-old, and I absolutely hated the body that I was in. I was miserable. I was smoking cigarettes. I was drinking coffee to survive. I was doing everything wrong. And of course, all those bad habits cause you to have no energy. You're not productive at work. You're cranky, moody. And of course, you know what happens? It affects your relationships, your marriage, and everything. And so I was a disaster. And here's my sister with 2 babies of her own, in great shape, working a stressful job just like me, and looking great and feeling great about herself. And so she became a coach on a whim. And about a month later, she said, there's this shake. Shakeology was like a baby back then. I think it had only been out for about a year or so. And she hadn't even drank it yet. But she said, why don't you at least drink Shakeology? Because, DJ was still not sleeping the night. You guys know the drill. She goes, at least do that, and let's see what the shake does. Well, I did that, and Shakeology absolutely changed my life. Like, it is, aside from the fitness component of Beachbody, Shakeology, it taught me so much about nutrition, about health, about what we put in our bodies, and it just kind of revolutionized the way I thought. It helped me gain energy, all of that. And I was sold on Shakeology, but I was not sold on the business. I literally wanted nothing to do with it. I just wanted to drink the shake and get a discount. And my goal was be a lawyer, be a lawyer, be a lawyer. That was, I had gone to school for 7.5 years to get that job. I landed a great job, loved my firm. There was no way I was going to waste time on an opportunity like this. I was not, a quote unquote network marketer. I didn't want to host any home parties, none of that. And I told my sister that, and she was like, okay, fine. But she nudged me to go to Super Saturday. So note to self, you guys, nudge people. Even if you have discount coaches on your team right now, take them with you. So she did that, and I sat there, like I said earlier, and absorbed. I saw, I felt, I believed, because I was already a believer in Shakeology. I believed some more. And they said, hit Success Club and you get all these prizes and you can go on a trip. And I said, oh my gosh, here I am. feeling great about myself, right? I was feeling great. I was starting to lose the weight. I had energy. I wanted to share this with people because if I could help someone feel as good as I was feeling, then that's awesome. And I'm going to feel good about that. But at the same token, we were drowning in debt. I had $80,000 worth of law school loans. We had a mortgage. You guys know in 2008, 2010, when the markets collapsed, we got caught with a mortgage that was way over what we could afford. We were losing our house, credit card debt. I mean, just, it was, if you were to look from the outside in, you would think that it was fine, right? Because I was a lawyer, my husband had a successful career, but it was just like a tragedy happening, you know, like we couldn't pay our bills. It was bad. And here I was with this opportunity that I didn't quite understand, but I had it. And I said, let me just try. And so I started my business, and I started my business with Success Club, right? And I just hit Success Club, and I started seeing those paychecks come in small. In fact, I tell this story often. My first bag of Shakeology was returned, you guys. So like 4 weeks into my business, Beachbody took money away from me. So, you know, it didn't start pretty, but it started. And I kept going and I kept at it. And I knew that if I just kept raising the bar for myself, that I could start increasing those paychecks. And I will never forget the one day that I could pay more than the minimum payment to my credit card. Like, that was insane to me, that this side business that I was doing, I explained to my coaches, in the cracks of my day, walking to the bathroom, walking to the car, walking here, walking to the courthouse, you know, doing it in the cracks of whenever I could find a minute to do a post or to message someone, that I was now paying more than the minimum payment to my credit cards. And I said, I need to figure out what it means to go all in. Right? If I can go all in the time that I have, because at the time I was a busy person with toddlers and a busy career, but I can go all in and figure out what that means, then I could do something with this business. And so that was the day that I realized that this opportunity was real, that it was powerful, that it can make a difference in a lot of people's lives. And so since then, you know, I went all in. I was able to retire from the practice of law. You know, in this whole experience of Beachbody, our son DJ was diagnosed with autism. And it was through that experience that I also saw that my calling really wasn't a lawyer. And that was quite interesting, because my whole life I had defined myself as that I sought significance and importance and value because of the title attached to my name, instead of being a mom and being a wife and being a servant to other people and helping other people. And so that was quite an interesting, enlightening experience, to realize that not because of Beachbody in and of itself, not because I sell Shakeology or I sell challenge packs or I sponsor coaches, it's been the conduit to all of this transformation internally, externally, that you really can't put a price tag on it. So, you know, I've done a lot of crazy things with the business. I'll continue to do crazy things with the business. And it's simply because I respect it. I value it. I cherish every day that, whether it's big or small, right? Whether you're making $30 or $1 million, that what we do matters. And that to me means a whole lot. I would never have left a nice practice of law for something that didn't matter, that didn't make an impact, that when I looked back on my life, I wasn't going to be proud of, and that didn't create a legacy for my family. And so that's Beachbody. And I love this business. I don't know if you can tell. Can you tell? I'm not sure. So let's talk about how you can go all in. Maybe some of you already have, and this is going to be reassurance that you're on the right path. I hope that's what this call is to you. But if not, if you find yourself in a position where there's something missing, right? There's a missing link that sometimes at the end of the month, you're challenged in hitting Success Club, or you're challenged in building your team. Maybe I can enlighten you or pinpoint something in this presentation that will help you figure out what's lacking. So here we go. I have a little presentation to share with you guys. So what it means to go all in your team Beachbody business. So when you become a coach, whether you're male, female, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure your life looks something like this, right? You are freaking busy. You probably work a full-time job. Many of you probably have kids. If you don't, you have pets. You have family you have to deal with. You have a very stressful job, I'm sure. I don't think there's any job that's like stress-free. Well, maybe we can figure some out, but it's kind of hard. And so this is your life, or it might look like this, right? A lot of people, when they become coaches, this is what their life look like. In fact, if you look at my house right now, it is sheer chaos. And the reason why I look like Rambo tonight is because I don't have a kitchen. We're remodeling the whole house. Thank you, Beachbody. Hashtag thank you, Beachbody. Beachbody does not guarantee any of that stuff. You got to work hard. But, you know, like, look at this. Like, it's a disaster. This is me right now. But at some point, you find the need that you need to lose weight. You need to get in shape. And somebody, your very smart sponsor, convinces you that you should start a business, right? Like, on top of everything you have going on in your life, probably the last thing you need is to start a business, but someone convinces you that this is the right thing because you were moved by a post, or you were in a challenge group and the products changed your life, and here you are, a new coach, and you're like, what am I doing, right? What am I doing? And you have to ask yourself at this point, whether you're a brand new coach or someone that's been in the business for a few months or a few years, are you interested or are you committed? Because I'm going to tell you, if you're looking like this, right, if this is your life or this is your life, and all you are interested in this, you might find it frustrating. You might find the business overwhelming. You might find yourself wanting to quit. You have to get into the committed zone, and that's when you find the joy, that's when you find the results, and that's where it makes a difference in your life. So I love this quote by Kenneth Blanchard. There's a difference between interest and commitment. When you're interested in something, you do it only when it's convenient. When you're committed to something, you accept no excuses, only results. And that's where I get that, you know, that frustration. If you're only interested in being a coach, right, and you're dabbling your toe in the water, you're not jumping in head first, and it's, you know, it's the end of the month, and there you want to hit Success Club, but you really didn't do the work before to get there, right? And so you find it frustrating, you find it defeating, you find it not fun. And the last thing we want is for this opportunity not to be fun. So I'm going to ask you today to be committed, fully committed, because when you do that, you're going to become a magnet for people. You're going to become a better coach on social media. You're going to become a better coach in your challenge groups. Everything is just going to bring you joy and fun and results, that's what we want. So here's the thing with this opportunity. If we were to even set aside the financial component of the business, right? The fact that you earn money, this business, the way that I see it, and when I talk to, you know, whether it's coaches that have been in the business for a long time or new coaches, this business fills a void in almost every aspect of your life, right? Whether it's community, whether it's support, whether it's friendship, whether it's travel, whatever it is, like it's like everything. It provides recognition, significance, health, all of that. It's wrapped in this bow, called Beachbody and this opportunity, right? And here's the thing. In my opinion, it's the answer to almost everything, right? You need money, you become a coach. You want friends, become a coach. You want to travel, become a coach. You want support in your health and fitness, become a coach. Everything points to Beachbody. Everything points to Beachbody, right? So why are we treating it like an option when it is the solution, right? This is where when times get tough, the committed lean in, the interested lean out. And when you lean out, that's when you lose momentum. The committed lean in, because guess what? When you lean in and you fight through the storm and you keep pushing because you know this business is the answer to all your problems, all your dilemmas, whether it's financial or relationship or personal development or whatever it is, you want to lean into it because it becomes the testimony. It becomes the testimony of what you're going to share to inspire people. When you lean out, you lose that. You lose the ability to relate to people. You lose the ability to inspire people because you yourself are becoming uninspired. So what I tell my coaches is, this is the answer. So treat it like that. Treat it with respect. Don't treat it like an option, and view it as simply a new way of life, right? You've become a coach, and now this whole coaching business, the team, your fitness, your health, your social media, all of that is just a new way of life. It's just something that you do that is part of your being, and it just plays a role 7 days a week in your life. So before I get into the very, very, very easy components of going all in on your business, I want to talk about the prerequisites, because this is probably the most important thing in our business. And these are the things that, as I've been in the business for a while, things change, right? Now we're on Instagram stories and we got to learn Instagram, and oh my gosh, and things, social media is ever evolving, and we got to roll with the punches because that's what business owners do, and that's fine. But these 10 things have never changed for me. They've never changed for any coach that I've ever sponsored in the business. These are the foundation to a strong business that is forward thinking, that will have longevity, that will be successful. And I'm just going to go through them fast, but a lot of these you already know. Number one, you can articulate your why. And I sit with this book in front of me every single day. I have, take it down from here. My why is printed based on the assignments that I did with my team in Find Your Why. My why is right here, and I post it right next to my desk. So every time I sit down, I know why I do this business, right? And if you want me to read it, it's to elevate the standards of their life so that they can achieve ultimate and meaningful fulfillment that molds future generations. That's my why, right? When I started this business, it was different. And it's evolved and it's changed. But now I am so bold in talking about our programs. I'm so bold in talking about the opportunity because I'm living, breathing this statement every single day. It's my compass. It's my North Star. It's why when you look at my social media, I have no qualms about talking about this opportunity and how life-changing it is. I have no problem talking about the challenges that it takes to build this business on my social media. Why? Because I want to attract the men and women into my team that are going to elevate the standards of their life so that they can achieve ultimate fulfillment. Make sense? When you are clear as day on why you are building this business, on why you are a coach, the one that shakes you to your core, then everything makes sense. Everything makes sense. Social media makes sense. Who you want on your team makes sense. The results that you have to get in your fitness, all of it makes sense. So understand your why and be able to articulate it. When someone asks you, why are you a coach? Well, it's because ABCD, right? You can just say it and you feel it and you believe it. Number two, that you believe right? You have to believe, number one, in yourself. That's the most important thing that you have to believe in. And that's a muscle that you have to develop. Just like your biceps or your quads or your booty now with 80-day obsession, the belief muscle comes from personal development. It's from flooding yourself every day with positivity and abundance and manifestation and all of that stuff that's going to make you believe in you, that yes, you can be successful. One of the biggest obstacles that I see right now in new coaches and coaches that, want to get their businesses going now is that they believe that the business works. They do, because they see me, they see Natalie, they see all the coaches that are being successful, whether it's a new coach or old coach. They believe this business does work, but they don't believe it'll work for them. And that's the biggest problem that we have in the network right now. We need more people to believe this business can work for them, because when you have that belief system embedded in you, everything else will happen, because you'll match the work ethic that successful coaches have. You believe in Team Beachbody, you believe in our products, you believe in your team, you believe, I don't want to beat that one down, but it's so important that our mission is embedded in your heart, that you want to help end the trend, even though that seems like such a lofty goal, but that you know that by you being a coach and impacting your community and your circle of influence and your children, that you are making a difference in helping end the trend of obesity. I believe I am. I believe that because I'm a coach, I've made an indentation in that. You've got to believe that too. Number 3, you make a decision. You cannot not be successful if you don't decide to be successful. You can't become an emerald coach if you don't decide to be an emerald coach. You can't be a diamond coach if you don't decide to be a diamond coach. You cannot hit Success Club if you don't decide to hit Success Club. You've got to make the decision every single day. Everything in this business is a series of decisions, right? You wake up, you have to make the decision. Am I going to work my business today or not? Am I going to do personal development or not? It is much easier not to do these things, but by not doing them, you're moving farther and farther away from your potential. So wake up every day and make the decision to go after it. Set concrete, simple, timely goals, and do not stop until you achieve them, despite failures, despite missed deadlines. It doesn't matter, you guys. Just keep going. If I would have quit when that person returned that bag of Shakeology, I wouldn't be talking to you right now, right? If I would have let someone else's decision dictate my success, I wouldn't be here right now. So you decide. If a person that you sponsor quits, that's their decision, not yours. You keep going forward, right? It's all a decision to keep moving forward. I've lost coaches. I've lost diamonds. It's okay. I truly believe that it is okay, because my job as a coach is to make the decision to keep moving my business forward and finding my people that I'm talking about in my why, right? Number 4, you think big. And I have to thank my success partner, Liz Harty, in really, really beating me down, because I'm a very goal-oriented person. I'm a very hit this goal, hit that goal. And she's like, Christina, you've got to think bigger. You have to have a grand vision, because those goals are fleeting, right? Hitting emerald is fleeting. Hitting diamond is fleeting. Yes, that Thursday is great and it's fun, and you get your collage and you get that call from corporate and you get your name on the national wake-up call, but it's fleeting. You've got to think bigger. Even at being an elite coach, right? We work so hard all year, and then it's like, you're elite, or you're like, okay, we got to do this all over again. You know what I mean? It's fleeting. So you have to think bigger. This business is not just about hitting goal after goal. It's about the legacy that you want to leave to your family. It's about the impact you want to make. What do you want to do with this opportunity? I know that you don't want to sell challenge packs and start challenge groups when you're 85 years old, right? Well, maybe we will. I don't know. But like, what is it that you want to look back when you're 85 years old and be proud of that you did because of this, that you changed people's lives, that you helped save lives, that you did all these amazing things? Number 5, you've got to be willing to get uncomfortable. You can't sit in your little cubicle of comfort and expect to grow this business. You have to spread your wings. You have to talk to the people you want on your team. You have to invite. You just got to get uncomfortable. I mean, that's really self-explanatory. The term, your comfort zone and getting out of your comfort zone that we hear ad nauseum is really, it's the proof is in the pudding. Like, those that take that step forward are the ones that make things happen. Number 6, you are relentlessly consistent. Relentlessly consistent, not just consistent. Relentless, that relentless mindset is you do it no matter what. Whether you're having a good day, a bad day, your house is under construction, your daughter was up throwing up last night with food poisoning, which is all my life right now, but I'm here because it's important to me and I'm relentlessly consistent. And even last week on spring break, I made the decision to work my business at least a couple hours every single day because it's important to me, because I know that consistency in showing up matters. It matters in the cadence of my business, in gaining momentum in this amazing time of our business, you guys. I hope I don't have to reiterate how crazy awesome right now is. Last year was not crazy awesome. We had challenges. This year we are in crazy awesome mode. We have 80-day obsession. Like crazy. The bars, we've been asking them for years. We're getting them on Friday. Two new programs, an entire Spanish program. My sister's in the cast. She says it's insane. Like, it's so good. We have a new program from Joel. Like, it's a great time to be a coach. So be relentlessly consistent, because I'm telling you, this is the rebirth of Team Beachbody, and we are going to make waves this year. And next year, it's going to be even crazier. Number 7, even though you're relentlessly consistent, you're patiently persistent. This is the hard pill to swallow. This is the one that I'm going to tell you, you have to work hard. You have to keep your head down. You've got to remain relentlessly consistent, but be patient in the rewards that come. And I'm talking about your income. You have to be patient. At first, and maybe for a couple years, you will work hard. You will work hard at Success Club. You will work hard at your bringing in new coaches into your team, in advancing your rank, and all of that. And you're going to feel that your income is not matching the effort, right? But stay persistent and patient, because it will catch up. It will catch up. You know that image of the miner and the diamond, and then he turns around and walks away, and the diamond's right there. That's this business described to a T. Most people will feel like they're never going to get there, but I promise you, it's either one person, one program, one anything that in a couple months can change the trajectory of your income. And it's crazy. You would be crazy to walk away if you have all of this in mind, right? If you're not doing your business, you can't expect the income to grow. But if you are pushing hard and you're working and you're attending events and you're doing this stuff, the pay will catch up. The pay will catch up. So remain patient. Number 8, you've got to learn how to rule your mindset. Obviously, this is a lot of personal development. It's not it's not something you take for granted. You've got to be able to control your mindset, because the year looks like this, right? In our business, you have great times, you have hard times, you have great times, you have hard times, and you've got to be able to stay focused and persisting forward during those times. There's going to be setbacks. You're going to miss a goal. A coach on your team is going to miss a goal. A coach on your team might even disappoint you. All of that is going to happen, but you've got to rule your mindset, keep pushing forward. Number 9, self-explanatory. You're the CEO, no one else. You dictate what you do in the business. But number 10 is important. You grow into your goals. This is what, when I always tell the story of when I wanted to become a superstar diamond team. I could not become a superstar diamond coach with the mindset of a diamond coach. I couldn't become a superstar with the mindset of a 3-star or 5-star. I needed to grow into my goals. I needed to work harder on myself than anything. I needed to read John Maxwell books and find the holes in my leadership. I needed to understand the way people react. I needed to understand what motivated them. I needed to do so much work on me before I could ever achieve those goals. So if you're sitting here a coach today, then are you doing the work to become an emerald internally, right? That you can have a conversation with someone and tell them why you want them on your team. Do you want to be diamond? Well, then you got to grow into the mindset of a diamond coach, not an emerald. So grow into your goals and never, ever underestimate the power of investing in your personal development. So let's talk about what are the 3 things that you have to do to go all in your business. Understanding that the prerequisites are the foundation. You're going to die. It's so easy. You just get to work on your mind, your body, and the people around you. That's it. Your mind. Let's talk about PD. Jim Rohn says an investment in your personal development is the best investment you can make. I could not agree more. I couldn't find a better quote to highlight this. It just is what it is. You cannot avoid PD. I had Amy Silverman come to my diamond retreat a few weeks ago, and she was talking about how when she has coaches that come on board that have big goals or need to pay off a lot of debt, or she's like, I make them get Danny Johnson's 6 figures in 6 months. I got home, guess what I ordered? Danny Johnson, 6 figures in 6 months. I'm like, if Amy's recommending that to her people, then I'm going to be reading that and seeing if I recommend it to myself. It cost $97. I still bought it. I didn't hesitate. Why? Because I know that if I listen, Danny Johnson, her first, the event, my first PD event was Danny Johnson, changed my life. So I know that it's going to be good. In a few months, I'm going to EntreLeadership, bigger investment. That's like, I've gone to Tony Robbins. I've done all of these things. Why? Because I know that if I want to continue growing my business, I have to invest. I also know that I'm not one to sit at 5 a.m. and read books. I cannot do it. So I know that I have to invest in audio. I have to do that kind of PD work for it to be effective for me. I got to be engulfed in an event, in a conference. So that's what works for me. If you are a book person, you gotta step up your game, right? So many coaches, you're a badass. Or now that new one that's so popular, Girl Wash Your Face. Great book. You don't have to read it 10 times. Once, go find books that you need to fill gaps in your business, whether it's leadership, whether it's communication, whether it's relationship building. Find the gaps and read books in those topics. Of course, you always want to treat yourself and read Girl Wash Your Face or read You're a Badass Again or all that, but you've got to grow. You've got to grow. So you got to move past those kinds of books. Your body, I couldn't find a quote, so I just made one up. Being proof the products work consistently is how you build and earn trust. So I'll just tell my story. If you guys saw me in my 80-day obsession transformation, just last July, I was back almost to the weight that I started when I became a coach, when I entered the world of Beachbody. I let every excuse in the book, get involved with my, continued transformation. I gained a ton of weight. I was unhealthy. I was drinking too much. I wasn't following a meal plan, thinking I could eyeball it. And it really impacted my business. Could I skirt by? Yeah, I could skirt by. Why? Because I created this whole brand around my new fluffy self, right? And I skirted by. But guess what happens when I recommitted? When I did 80-day obsession, day 1 to day 93, all in 100%. My business has never been better. I've I am attracting amazing people. My people are getting results. So what was happening was, because I was half-assing it last year in my fitness, guess what my team was doing it? Guess what they were doing? Half-assing their fitness. And so that was translating into their businesses, just like it was for me. You've got to go all in on your health and fitness journey. Do you need to have a six-pack? No. None of that is important. What is important is that you are showing up every day, following our meal plans, following our programs, because that is what builds trust. And trust is what sells Beachbody, you guys. What we do is transfer emotion. We don't transfer facts and sell stuff. We transfer the emotions that we get from Push and Play, from drinking Shakeology, from being coaches, to other people that makes them act on that. Okay, so get that right and you're going to have a business. If you think it's about the ingredients in Shakeology, no business. It's about earning trust, and you earn trust by transferring your emotion onto other people, and that comes from being proof that the products work. And then people, I love this Zig Ziglar quote, because if you can just figure out what this means, then you know how to run a team. And that's plain and simple. A few years ago, when I was pushing, I guess for my second time as an elite coach, I had a conversation with Barbie Decker, now Kalev. And I was telling her, I said, this business is super fun. That's when I was still practicing law. I didn't want to retire. I never wanted to retire from the practice of law at that point. And I was just having fun being recognized for stuff, right? Like hitting elite and doing all that fun stuff on the stage and the medals. And that's what I loved. Like I was totally working for the recognition. But I had this conversation with her where I said, I feel like this is all about me, right? The whole business is about me and my accolades. And it kind of sucks, because I don't feel like my people are feeling what I get to feel every single day. And she asked me one simple question. Well, what are you doing for them? And I really didn't have an answer. And that's when I figured out that this business is not about me. It's about what I can do to help other people and serve their goals. Not my goals, their goals. If I want to be a superstar team, I need to attract enough people to become a superstar team. I can't shove superstar down someone's neck that's not ready to be a diamond. Makes sense? If you have someone that comes in to be a discount coach to work on themselves, then honor that. That is what they are doing. If they want to pay for their shake, you help them pay for the shake. You don't babysit, you don't baby people, you want to push them, right? Because that's what we do. We're coaches, and coaches elicit maximum effort from people, but understand what their priorities are, understand where they are in their life, and you will get repaid tenfold. So when I am here telling you guys that this is what it means to go all in, that you go all in on your mind, you go all in on your body, and you go all in with your people, then you will have a healthy business. But we have to have a gut check, right? Are we working in minimums or in maximums? Perfect example, had a coach who was well on her way to being a success starter. She was going to be a success starter in March, but guess what she did? She set the goal of SC5. Like, I don't even know if you can hit SC5 anymore. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can actually, because you can get with a combination of like Energize and the bars, that's Friday, but 90 HD combo, you can get 1 point. I didn't know this, but anyway, she set the goal of SC5. So guess what? Her effort matched hitting SC5. Had she set the goal of SC10 or 20, I bet her work ethic, what she did in her business that month would look completely different. And she missed the goal, and she was totally defeated. And I just told her this. I said, you set a minimum goal, and when you set minimum goals, it's just human nature. You work at a minimum level. When you set max goals, you will at least work at a medium level, and you have a better chance of hitting something than nothing. I work at a maximum all the time. I'm always trying to push boundaries, whether it's in Success Club or sponsoring coaches. Why? Because I know what maximums do. I also believe that if I can show the path, then I'll have people inspired to do it as well. So if you want to show the path to your team, start working in maximums. Start setting bigger goals for yourself. Start working harder. Obviously, you have to honor your time and your commitments and all of that, but you can do more. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Every single month, I know I could have pushed a little bit harder, and I know you can too. So just take an inventory of what you're doing on a daily basis, weekly basis, and monthly basis, and see where you can improve. And then I just like to end here with this quote, because I think it's like a full circle mindset moment where you have to realize what you've got here. And I could actually show you an income progression that I did for my team. I just posted it yesterday, and I can show you guys what I mean by this quote. A lot of people think that that building this business for 4 years is like too long. Like it's, oh my God, 4 years to earn a 6-figure income, or 4 years to earn $50,000 a year. Man, thinking back of what I had to do to earn $100,000 as a lawyer pales in comparison to what I do as a coach every day. Even if 4 years into the business, I was only earning $20,000, $30,000 a year, like that's $20,000 to $30,000, like more than I could ever imagine that my bosses at work weren't just going to hand to me. You know what I mean? It's like mind-blowing to me that we can do this, that we can learn the skills to be more effective coaches, that we can learn the skills of communication, of social media, and then in 4 years' time, whatever that life-changing income means to you, it doesn't have to be what it means to me. It could be $10,000. It could be 20, 50, 100, 200. I don't know what it is, but that you can do this. Sell challenge packs, sponsor coaches, have fun, go on trips, do these things and earn that kind of money, or not do it, not feel that, success, and just stay stagnant where you are. Right? To me, that's what this business means to me. That's what it can mean to you. And so I love this quote. It's amazing how people think 4 years is a long time to succeed in a business, but think it's all right to stay broke at a job for 40 years. So I think that's it. I'm done. Hold on, I'm going to stop share. Was that too much? Was I talking too much?
Are you kidding? Oh my God. So many freaking nuggets. Like every single thing you were saying, I was like, writing down, but I'm obviously going to just go back and listen again and take more notes. But
someone wanted to see the income progression.
Yes, that's always so fun to see.
So this is, it's not my first business center. It's actually my 4th business center, because it proves the point.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to see what it is. What does it look like? Oh, hold on. Let me see. Canva. I think I made it.
So you guys, she's saying her 4th business center, which means obviously it takes getting a 2-star diamond to open your 2nd, and then doing that again, opening a 3rd, and then opening the 4th would be her 2nd or 2-star diamond again. So, okay.
So this is what my 4th business. So I opened my 4th business center. Down here, you can see it on April 13th, 2016. I made $0, right? So 0. In 1 year, I earned, I think it was just under, it was like $390 in that business center. In year 2, which is this year, right? This is where I am right now. I'm averaging just in like the $750 range a week. The low was 0. The high was when 80 Day Obsession launched. I had a really, really good launch, and that was $2,600 in 1 week, right? So imagine positioning yourself where you can have a high retail day and you can earn $1,000. Like with, hello, we have 2B Mindset coming out. We have the new Spanish program. I don't know if you guys have any Hispanic coaches on your team. We have Joel's program that I think is going to be crazy good. Like, think about, as a team, positioning these launches the right way that you can have these crazy weeks. Well, anyways, it's a side note, but that's the high. But I'm projecting in 2019, so by April 2019, that I'll be around the 1,800 mark, nearing six figures in 1, 2, 3 years, right? So that proves the point of what I'm trying to make with that quote, that you have to stay patiently persistent, continue growing your team, earning success club, doing the basic activities. Obviously, I stretch myself, right? I'm not saying I don't stretch myself, but I want you to see that this is real, you guys. That at first, like, here I was busting my butt, right? But then I just continued, and I'm gonna continue. So I can see this right here happening by this time next year, and then obviously pushing myself past that into 2020, which is insane. So I wanted to show you that to inspire you, that wherever you are right now, it doesn't matter, right? We need to get out of the, well, I should be here, or look at her, or look at him, and accept where you are, and then start pushing forward. Use the prerequisites, take inventory of where you are in those prerequisites, right? Or do you know your why? Where do you stand in terms of your belief? If it's shaky, get to summit. Like, take the steps forward, and then start working in terms of your maximums instead of minimums, and start seeing that income grow, start changing people's lives, and you're going to be rewarded big time. So yeah, I just wanted to show that.
That's my mind gets blown too, thinking that's your fourth business center. That means you're cycling on yourself like crazy. Like, really?
I mean, look, this business is cool when you learn it. For a long time, I didn't understand any of that stuff. Once I learned it, it became empowering. So maybe that's where you need to go. Maybe you need to learn the compensation plan and how volume and all of and business centers and why 2-star is so important. And that will empower you to start building your team and start mentoring coaches and start pushing forward. And remember, you just got to keep going. You have to focus on your business first.
Okay, we're at 8:53. So we're going to respect her time. You guys, if you have any quick questions, shoot them out quickly so that she can go on with the rest of her evening. I know that I'm sure you have other things to do with your kitchen.
I don't have things to do. I don't have things to cook. I'm hungry.
Hangry.
I am hangry. I have to go to my mom's house for dinner. I'm like, can you feed me, please?
Anybody? Anything?
Well, it's okay. I know everyone they get gun shy. But if they have any questions post the call, just message me and hopefully.
Yeah. All right, you guys, put your face on if you want to be on the team picture. Let's see, there's Jillian. Anybody else? Brenda. I can't see who that is. 252 number. All right. Gotta click out of that. Okay, sorry, you guys. All right, there we go. All right, you guys, on 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you, Christina. I just have to say, I always love seeing you at events. You're always just a light, and you're always so humble and kind. And so I appreciate you taking time out to share these amazing tips. I can't wait to go back and listen again. But
you guys are very welcome, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. See you. Bye, guys. Love you.